Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jlabombarda. Happy Friday. About a month ago, Fred Sabo and I were fortunate enough to be invited out by Skuna Bay Salmon to their farms in Vancouver Island, British Columbia. We got to see the whole process and how they raise the fish and process the fish and what really makes it a special product. So check it out. Hope you enjoy it.
Out to salmon fisheries out in Nuka Sound. Should be there in about 20 minutes. So this facility that we're seeing on the screen right now is where Skuna Bay actually starts their fish hatchery. We're in a part of the sound that has a very little salinity in the water, and it's conducive for smaller fish to thrive. They start them in this facility here when they're about 100 grams, so about 8 or 10 inches big. Here we're at the mouth of the Nuka Sound. This is where glacier-fed water is met with the Pacific Ocean in a pristine, secluded environment. This is where Skuna Bay houses their fish farms and raises their salmon. At the fish farms, there's 14 of them total, and each farm has about 10 pens. Each pen is 100 feet by 100 feet by 86 feet deep. I had the pleasure of spending time with Stuart, who you see here is the head fish farmer for Skuna Bay. He explained to me the care behind what makes Skuna Bay salmon so special. It takes 3 to 4 years to raise the perfect craft Skuna salmon. 33% of Skuna's farms are fallow that allow the seabeds to rest and regenerate, making it truly sustainable. Skuna Bay salmon pens contain about 98.5% water and 1.5% fish. All fish feed used in for Skuna Bay salmon are from sustainably certified fisheries. We're hopping on this water ferry here to take a ride over to Vancouver Island, just off of Vancouver Island, to check out the processing plant where our salmon is processed after it's farmed. So we've arrived at the plant, and we're made sure to scrub up and sterilize to keep the facility sterile.
One, we use a very limited amount of automation. The automation we use is for things like weighing the fish, moving the fish from one area to another area. What we don't use automation for is for gutting fish, for cleaning fish. It is very strongly our belief that if you use a machine that makes the same cut and the same series of motions to every fish, you're going to damage fish. Whereas if you have someone who has a trained hand, a sharp knife, and a good eye, you're always going to come out on top.
Unfortunately, at this part of the trip, I ran out of film for the camera, but I want to explain to you this crucial step in selecting and what determines and classifies a Skuna Bay salmon. Out of all the fish that come into the plant, only the top 5% are chosen to go on to the next step of inspections. There are about a half dozen highly trained fishmongers that put each fish through a 14-point inspection. Some of these inspection points are looking for blemishes on the skin and flesh, healthy eyes and gills, firm flesh texture. Then from there, the fish that pass this inspection, all capillaries are hand bled, all bad fats are removed, and inspectors are double checking that any piece of innards that are left in the fish are completely removed. Because in shipping and storage, these pieces of innards are going to deteriorate the fish. So as you can see, when we get the salmon into our kitchens, each box is labeled by the person who processed the fish in a thermo fresh box. That box is inside of a recyclable cardboard box. The fish is completely surrounded by ice, and it is also belly packed with ice to maintain optimum freshness.
So listen, I could talk about Skuna Bay salmon all day long, but if you want to check it out for yourself, check out the website right here. Or if you're in the New York area, you could order it from Gotham Seafood. By the way, we did go wild salmon fishing at the end of a trip. Jlabombarda 3, Fred Sabo 0. Have a great weekend. There's Fred Sabo. Look at him.